Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Tuesday, August 15th, 2023. Let's now start with the Forex economic calendar because it looks quite busy for today. Some data had been published overnight already, and one of the most important of them was the GDP from Japan for the second quarter. This GDP reading beats the expectations of 0.8% with the actual reading of 1.5%. This reading is also better than the previous reading of 0.9%. And the overall GDP is right now at the level of 6%. Data from the Australia were informal wage price index, which is in line with the previous reading, and the LBA meeting minutes. Industrial production in Japan is still at the level of 2.4%, and some data from the UK had been published already as well. The unemployment rate is at the level of 4.2%, and the labor productivity at the level of 0.7%. Climate count change in the UK increased to 29,000 people from 16,000 people a month ago. What else do we have ahead of us scheduled for release? German current conditions and economic sentiment data, all of them are scheduled for release at 11 o'clock. And of course the economic sentiment data from the Eurozone. This one is scheduled at 11 o'clock as well. And at the noon we got the Eurozone economic forecast release. The key event of the New York session is core retail sales data release and the retail sales data release. Both of them are scheduled for release at 2:30, together with the export price index, import price index, and the New York Empire State Manufacturing Index. CPI data are scheduled for release from Canada as well. This data is scheduled for release at 2:30 as well. So we got core CPI and the CPI. The CPI in Canada is expected to increase from 0.1% to 0.3%. Together with the CPI data, we got the manufacturing sales release as well. During the rest of the day, we got data in form of the business inventories scheduled for release at 4 o'clock, together with the real inventories excluding autos, and then we got the speech from FOMC member Kashkari at 5 o'clock. TIC net long term transactions are scheduled for release at 10 o'clock, and 10:30 we got the last data for today, API weekly crude oil stock data. So, looks like a busy day, starting even from the Asian session. So please stay focused, guys, and we are going to start our technical part with the Japanese yen. Maybe US dollar to the Japanese yen will be a good idea. For our chart of the US dollar to the Japanese yen is showing us that this pair is right now on the high. So recent high was made at 145.75. So this one will be, of course, this one will be placed. This one will be placed here. Okay, so the technical support will be placed here, and we just flight way higher than this level of 145.08 is the current technical support. So let me just change this color to the green. Of course, you know that this is going on because we talk about it many times before, and we got this expanding upside movement just above the 50 periods moving up average, jumping up and down, but still holding above this average. And the recent data release just put the fuel to the fire. So the US dollar to the Japanese yen is on the high, so 145.75 was the last one. That's the technical support. Of course, all of this market conditions are now extremely overbought, so we should see some kind of a pullback very quickly. And this is the movement to the upside presented on the 4-hour chart. So in that situation, let's mark the internal intraday technical supports. Of course, one of them might be considered as the 145.59. That's for sure, but the other one is much more visible for everyone, is of course 145.33. So this is a 4-hour chart, so please notice the fact that we are still moving up on this time frame. Let's just switch to the daily, and you can see the true perspective here. Maybe I will just make it lower, zoom out a little bit, and you can see that after breakout above 145.08, and that was the clear technical resistance, the next target for bulls is 151.96. This is the swing high from 2022, and it looks like it might be hit because there is still slightly room to the upside on a daily time frame chart of the momentum, and there is still slightly room to the upside here, of course, in terms of the price. So there's roughly about 200 pips. Not even 200 pips for this is like 700 pips. Sorry, 700 pips for this market to rally. So that's the US dollar to the Japanese yen. Let's take a look at the euro to the Japanese yen. What this guy is doing. So daily time frame chart. What is this pair doing? Again, is moving up. But there is, on the daily time frame chart, this divergence is very clear. So let me just point it out for you. For you guys, what do I mean? If we take this high, and as you can see, market was extremely overbought when this high was created, and the recent high, which is of course higher, 159.20. So you can clearly see that the momentum is not increasing that much. Okay, so if we got the momentum is dropping apparently. Okay, there was a very nice ABC corrective pattern to the downside. However, this pattern has been completed. Big bullish engulfing pattern roughly around the 100 periods moving average, and then of course a bounce to the upside. Let me just zoom in here so we can have some levels for the euro to the Japanese yen. So those are the technical supports. Of course, we got this key technical support in the short term, 157.95. The other ones are slightly below of this level, 155.48, and of course we got the correction low and the technical support from the May 2023, 151.36. So please guys, if you have the negative divergence, stay focused, because there might be some kind of an unexpected turn of events, and the market might start correcting the recent even aggressive and dynamic move. The last correction price range was minus 4.17%. So that was the euro to the Japanese yen. Let's take a look at the Canadian dollar, because we got data from the Canada today, and as you can see on a daily time frame chart, we are trying to move higher. There is slight room on the momentum before it hits the extremely overbought conditions. So if we mark our technical resistance as a swing high from the August 8, 1.35, that's the amount of the pips the bulls can gain before entering the extremely overbought zone. So if we switch to the 4-hour chart, you can clearly see, there you go, this is our level. We can clearly see that we are moving after this breakout here and consolidation. Basically there was a strong movement to the upside. We still have some levels to cover. So for example, we got 1.3371 as a technical support. We got 1.3411 as a technical support. So this market is of course very strong, is controlled by bulls, there's no doubt about it. However, the momentum is strong, momentum is positive. However, it's diverging on a daily time frame chart, and this is quite substantial divergence. It starts to diverge, so it's not yet like a full major divergence between what is RSI showing and what is the market doing. We can go higher, even towards the 1.35 to test it. There is no problem here, because on a 4-hour chart, again, room to the upside is open, room to the upside is open. So please stay vigilant and stay focused. It looks like the markets wants to go just to the upside these days, and we should be prepared and anyway for some sort of the unexpected tune of the events and sort of the correction. So last but not least, let's take a look at the Bitcoin, what the Bitcoin is doing today. We got some pretty nice attempt to rally. So let me just zoom in here. We got very nice attempt to rally here yesterday on the Bitcoin. This is 4-hour chart, by the way. 29,757 was the local high. However, we of course were smashed straight on. All of the daily gains were erased, and now we are back in line with the moving averages, 150 moving averages, somewhere around $29,350. Momentum wise, we are still roughly hovering around the level of 50, so neither bulls nor bears are in charge of this market. So we can of course place another important levels in a case of a breakout, $30,190, and the other one for the bulls is 28,661, and this is still developing very nice consolidation zone. So neither bulls nor bears are in control when the market is trading around here, and when we have this kind of a oscillating RSI around the 50. So we should wait for some kind of a breakout trigger, either to the upside or to the downside, and then of course we will see what will be the outcome here. Please notice and keep it in mind that in the background on the Bitcoin there is still a very nice impulsive movement to the upside. So the in the midterm uptrend is still developing, because none of the very important levels, the game-changing levels, had been violated or tested yet. So anything can happen on the Bitcoin, but the outlook is slightly, due to the thing that we had this impulsive movement to the upside, the outlook is a little bit more in favor for bulls. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.